Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2020 general reading. We are looking at the first half of November, so from November 1st through the 15th. This reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well, safe and healthy, and reasonably mentally balanced. I've been saying that a lot the last 6-7 months. It's been a heck of a year. Okay. Thank you for taking the time to tune in today, for all that you do in support of this channel. Even if it's just taking the time to tune in, hit that subscribe button, all your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, comments, feedback, reaching out for personal readings. It is all welcome and all appreciated. Thank you. And many blessings right back to you. So this reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Sagittarius. Of course, being a general reading is going to resonate a little differently for everybody watching. You guys all have your own individual lives and stories. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all, because each one can bring in potentially a little bit of extra insight and give you a bit more to navigate through this short period of time with. If you find that any of the videos do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information about that, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow. It'll pull down some info and contact details, my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all the main areas of life, and I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent with everyone's schedules and my own to get those personal readings set up as quickly as possible. So email me if you're interested. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what the first half of November holds for you. I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Sagittarius. We begin with the Three of Swords, followed by the Five of Wands, the Hermit, Death. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Devil. I feel like reaching through the screen and giving you a hug. It looks like a bit of a challenging time. So there's obsessive energy here with the Devil card. There's some emotional pain, heartache, heartbreak, maybe disappointment, maybe breakups for some of you. Petty conflict, arguing, going around in circles about the same old thing. Maybe somebody kind of taking a step back, and retreating with the Hermit card, and then Death represents an ending or a complete transformation. But an ending that's supposed to bring a transformation, because birth follows death. Beginnings follow endings. In every ending are the seeds for something new. Well, we're definitely going to have to clarify here. Let's clarify the overall focus and energy, which is the Devil, which fundamentally represents obsessive energy, something being out of whack. It can represent addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, working, mental health issues. It represents something that we're typically enslaved to, meaning that we keep returning to it over and over again, even if the thing itself might not be unhealthy. The obsessive energy and returning to it, or overindulging, temptations and vices, it's harmful. Something that we feel enslaved to that is very difficult for us to break free from, which is probably where the pain and heartache is coming from. Two cards came out, the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So what's this obsessive energy about? Something popped up on my screen. What's this obsessive energy about? It's about the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So Knights usually represent offers or opportunities for change coming in. The Knight of Pentacles is a slower one because he's governed by the element of earth. Job offers or opportunities, some kind of opportunity for change of a practical nature. However, it also came with the Ace of Cups, which is new emotional beginnings or new love and romance, or a new beginning emotionally in an already existing situation, like an emotional renewal. So that's what this obsessive energy is about. I think for some of you this might be love and romance. I think for some of you it might be in the job, work, career, finance part of your life. It looks like the obsession is over an opportunity to have a new beginning or a renewal in an already existing situation, whether it's work or finances or love and romance, because I feel it's probably going to be split between those two. So let's clarify this Three of Swords. It usually represents heartache, heartbreak, breakup sometimes, disappointment, sometimes three-party situations, but not always. It's definitely a card of pain. Pain from knowing something, from finding out about something, and having to make choices and decisions that you don't want to make. There's obviously some kind of ending here at the end of the road with death. Clarify. Death again. Looks different because I'm using a different deck to clarify. So we've got death twice. So it's clear that this pain is over an ending. The ending of a relationship, the ending of a job, or the ending of the opportunity to have a renewal in this situation. Oh, look, right behind it is the Three of Swords again. So we have death twice, the Three of Swords twice. Let's see what's next. The Ten of Swords. Betrayal, or feeling betrayed or stabbed in the back. This is likely a breakup for many of you Sagittarians. An emotional, romantic breakup. But again, I still am getting a bit of something to do with work, job, career, opportunities. This might be being fired or downsized unexpectedly. It might be, going for a promotion or a raise, bonus, something like that, and feeling like you were guaranteed or you were promised it, and then it was pulled out from under your feet. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. So we have the Five of Wands here, which can mean a variety of different things. It can represent petty conflict, fighting over the same thing over and over again. At work or in a group situation, it can represent competitive energy, gossip, rumor mongering, rant, rant, rant kind of energy. But it can also represent needing to have more fun, or somebody who's having so much fun or so focused on just having fun that they don't want to be serious about something or commit to something. Let's clarify it. Clarify the Five of Wands. The Sun. So there's a couple of different meanings behind this combination of cards. This can represent, particularly if this is about a particular relationship, it can represent that the Five of Wands may represent conflict, fighting over the same thing over and over again, which is the Sun. Normally a very positive card, a very influential card. It represents light, love, warmth, laughter, fun in the sun, vacation, illumination, everything being uplifted, no pressure. So it can represent, particularly in an emotional relationship, that a constant source of fighting is somebody's unwillingness to take things seriously, or somebody's unwillingness to make a commitment. So on a secondary level, this can also represent that you need to take some time off from this, because this looks like whatever it is, whatever part of your life this is resonating in, romance or love or work, career, some kind of project, you need to take some time off, stop focusing on this, over focusing on this with the devil, and go off and, buy yourself something frivolous because it makes you, for no other reason than it makes you feel good. Go off and do something for no other reason than just to have fun. Can represent that as well, because there's a lot of challenging energy here, because it looks like there's been some kind of major ending, major letdown, major disappointment. Ending is all over this. We have death twice. We have the Three of Swords twice. Clarify the Hermit. The Hermit usually represents, as all monastics do, somebody retreating and withdrawing, because that's what hermits do. Hermits, monks, monastics, what do? They retreat from the normal daily noise and distractions of everyday life. Why do they do this? They want to go off and be by themselves so that they can contemplate, get some wisdom, some insight about something, and in order to do that, they need to remove themselves from conventional distractions of the conventional world. So it's about kind of going within, maybe spending more time to yourself to try and figure this out. The Hanging Man, that makes sense. The Hanging Man hangs upside down in what might be an uncomfortable or awkward position, which may represent part of that taking a step back and retreating. He's not taking any decisive action or making any decisions just yet. Why? Because he's looking at something from a different perspective. He's taking a step back. He's watching things play out. He may not know everything yet. So it's a card about not acting, watching, learning, listening. It may feel like you're in stasis or in limbo, but you are gaining information. You're kind of going within, contemplating. You might be waiting for something, because it can represent waiting for something to play out, waiting for something. What's next? The Six of Pentacles. Waiting for someone to reach out, to make an offer. Now, you might be on the other side of this, Sagittarius. It might be somebody else who's waiting on you. But I think for many of you, should I give back? Waiting for someone to make an offer? You might be kind of going within and taking a look at this situation or relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a job work situation or something else. Taking a step back and really taking a good inner look at this situation or relationship and asking yourself, was the give and take really even? Was one person giving and another person taking more? Let's clarify death. There's obviously some final ending here. The Two of Cups. Likely a relationship for some of you. That's what's ending. Because the Two of Cups represents what you believe is a great union, a soulmate, a kindred spirit, best friends. I mean, this might be relationship oriented, but not in the romantic sense, because the Two of Cups can represent a best friend or kindred spirit. And the relationship, the friendship is just broken because they betrayed you in some way, or it was very kind of one-sided. Emotional relationship for some of you in terms of romance. Somebody's not being serious, somebody's just, over and over and over again. It feels like a cyclical problem. If it's work, career, a job, again, it's the same thing. What's ending was maybe a job you thought was your perfect match, or an opportunity you felt was really meant for you. It was a great fit for you, and it kind of got pulled out from under your feet. So it's a pretty challenging reading, Sagittarius, in that it looks and feels heavy and painful. Again, I keep getting drawn to the Sun card here. I really feel like you guys should carve out some time from time to time to just go out and put this aside for a while. Go out and be frivolous. Go out and play. Go out and do something that makes you feel good, you know, and kind of lighten up this energy a bit. So let's pull some advice and guidance cards for you. Sorry, Sagittarius. It looks like a very, you know, a bit of a struggle here. But again, we're looking at a 2-week period of time as well, and I'm sure that we have all been through this, something similar to this. And it's just about getting through it. Because regardless of whether or not you thought this job, situation, person was your, you know, it's kind of coming to an end. There's not going to be a renewal in this situation. So advice and guidance from Spirit, the World. Yep. Last major arcana card in the tarot. This is where the Fool's journey completes, and we're off on a brand new one. It's about leveling up and moving on and leaving. You've already climbed this mountain once. You don't need to do it again. It's time to move on. Six of Swords, healing. Again, it's time to move on, to leave whatever this is behind you and move on in a new direction. Better, more placid, calmer, balanced, harmonious times. You're not quite there yet, but you're in transition. Healing can be difficult, especially in the early days. There's up and down days, good and bad. But eventually you get to a point where you're feeling better. You realize you're feeling better. You step out on your back porch one day with your cup of coffee and the sun is shining, and all of a sudden you think, yeah, you know, maybe I can get over this, you know, yeah, man, you know, there still might be love out there for me, you know, when you start kind of feeling that renewal. And the Star, which is a card of hope and faith, restored, renewed. It's one of the wish fulfillment cards. It's a card that's kind of based on faith. Holding the energy of the Star card in the day-to-day world we live in right now can be very difficult, because it's a card that requires you to have faith in the path that you're on, that it's going to lead to your joy and fulfillment, because Spirit loves you and wants that for you. But, you know, in a world where sometimes your external reality doesn't support that, it can be very difficult to kind of have faith that, you know, that whatever it is that you want that didn't happen here, that was broken here, is going to happen for you down the road. Not with this job, not with this person, but that your wish fulfillment still lies in front of you, which means that there's still a beautiful road in front of you, and you need to kind of hold on to that and move away from this, because excuse me, it's very clear this is done. You've got 2 Three of Swords, you've got 2 Death cards, you've got a Ten of Swords, you've got the Devil, and you've got the World. It is time to move on and leave this behind you, Sagittarius. This is not your wish fulfillment. Excuse me, which means that your wish fulfillment is still in front of you. So Sagittarius, that is your reading for the first half of November. I'm not going to say I hope you enjoyed it. Some readings I just can't say that. This looks like a challenging one. But I hope that it gives you some insight. I hope that it gives you some hope, because there definitely is a ton of that, you know, working through this. And I hope it helps. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, just click on the description link below. Email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. Perhaps take a deeper look at something in your life. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the November mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well and be blessed, and I hope to hear back from you soon. Bye-bye.